Someone collapses and everyone freezes. What do you do? This is chapter 12 in Modern Fables, and the title is The Almost Kiss. My book, Modern Fables, has 51 stories about character, values, and choice. The main characters are the Williams family rather than a pack of animals, as in Aesop's fables. The virtue the story emphasizes is that of being helpful, ready to help others when needed. The score was tied in the last half of the last inning for Eddie Gomez's baseball team. The bases were loaded and Eddie was at bat. The pitcher's fastball came toward Eddie, who tried to get out of the way but was hit smack in the middle of his chest, and down he went. The umpire signaled for Eddie to go to first base because the pitch hit him, and the runners all advanced the base, forcing home the winning run. The few fans there went wild, or at least showed some enthusiasm. Eddie stayed on the ground, moving but quiet. Tess ran over to Eddie. "Are you okay?" No answer. Little movement. Tess looked closely at his face and saw that his lips were changing color. Tess yelled, "Call 911! Call 911! He's not breathing!" Tess, a fireman's daughter, knew CPR. Tess rolled Eddie onto his back, put one of her hands behind the other, and pumped his chest, about 100 compressions per minute, hard and fast, as her father had taught her. Eddie still was not breathing. Tess bent over him, pinched his nose closed, covered his open mouth with hers, and breathed strongly into him. His chest rose, then fell. She did this a second time, then performed another set of chest pumps. The third time she started to breathe into Eddie's mouth, he coughed and started breathing on his own. Tess started crying, and Eddie took her hand. I'm okay. Thank you. You saved my life." And so she had. The emergency medical services ambulance arrived a few minutes later with Tess's father and his partner. When they heard what had happened, they talked with Eddie and checked Eddie's vital signs, then congratulated Tess on her swift and skilled CPR. Eddie's mother and father, Sergeant and Mrs. Gomez, came to visit Tess and her family, thanking Tess over and over again for saving Eddie's life. They complimented her parents on what a fine young woman Tess had shown out herself to be. Mrs. Williams replied that Eddie had proved himself worthy of their daughter's friendship. The time he walked her home when she was being bothered by some teenagers along Highland Avenue. She said that she and her husband were pleased that Tess and Eddie were good friends. A reporter for the weekly paper came to the Williams home and asked Tess about this day's event. When the paper came out Wednesday, there were pictures of both Tess and Eddie and a headline calling her a local heroine. She was not sure about that, but she was certain she was happy to have been where Eddie needed her and had known what to do. In the evening after that game, Tess wrote at length in her diary about what was happened. She wrote that she was glad she knew CPR and could save Eddie's life, and she was happy that she had gotten from him, during the mouth-to-mouth part of CPR, her almost kiss. This is story number 12 of my new book, Modern Fables, Character Lessons and Life Skills for Success. I hope you enjoyed it.